fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.
Welcome.
And I got no filter today.
No, you don't either.
I'm a little ticked off at this subject, but you know.
Yeah, I know, and I know we're a sports podcast, so anybody that's out there that's a sponsor of ours and stuff like that.
Hey, we're still human beings, citizens. We still live lives. We still have to feed our families.
We have opinions and stuff like that, and so
we eat a lot.
We're doing we're doing a little our political corner. Let's just call it that. For our fat farm out there.
Our fat family.
Oh, sorry. They're all farm animals to me.
They're also a donut in a salad, too.
Hey, you like that when I say that.
I do. I do.
It's like, so, but no, but still, we have a platform that we can go in and talk about things.
Speaking of platforms, here's what I want to do. I want to go a little reverse on us today.
Oh, we're
gonna talk about our sponsors, Elite Garage Door, right off the bat.
Hey,
let's give them a little shout out at the beginning instead of the end all the time. This way, in case they don't follow it all the way to the end, they might not see this.
They might not see the sponsor. It's Johnny over at Elite Garage Door. I mean, thank you, Johnny, for sponsoring the best podcast in Reno, Nevada.
All right, yeah. You need a garage door. I mean, he does great work. I know him personally. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
Give him a call 775-323-DOOR or 775-323-3667. Let's switch it up a little today and get that out there first. So they, all
right. You've told us that 11 times already. All right,
twice.
You don't have to keep repeating yourself. But I will say this: we're coming into summer. I said it about winter. So now you didn't have your garage door serviced,
right? And
so now that you've had that expansion of it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold. That's when things start coming off the track. Mechanical things start breaking.
And you're going to be sitting out in your garage, having picnics, having people over. So you make sure you give them a call,
smoking a joint or whatever you're doing. You want your garage door.
That's a high take. That's a high take.
Well, it's definitely one of the high takes because I'm telling you, the cops can roll down your street and you hit that garage up.
Yeah, it better work. If it don't, call Johnny at Elite Garage Door.
Exactly. So hey, we got a show. We got our political corner coming up.
Yeah. I'm a little. This one bothers me a little bit, and because of the prices of gas right now, and that's what I do for a living, and everybody, businesses like Johnny's is going to affect. It's going to affect everybody.
Oh yeah, getting our goods. I mean, I think that's why we're seeing, all the left talk about, hey, your gas prices went this, and your food prices this and that and another, and it's like,
there it is.
I know. Exactly, and it's about to get better because I want to say this before we get into this.
Okay,
these left-wing libtards on the left always sit there and want to go Trump and the war, like he's over there flying the plane, shooting down Iranian aircraft and all that kind of stuff. Listen, it's U.S. The United States is what we're in. We have a president and an administration that, yes, is looking out for the interest of the United States like we haven't had
for
in
a change.
Past 20 years.
Yeah, they think it all started there, but we know where it started at.
Oh, 100%. I love this. I love this graph because we're old. And we can say shit that we don't care repercussions, right? We don't care. But I can tell you, over 50 years ago, when Iran used to be a great country. I mean, you could no, it did. It had it had you would see in the 60s, women in mini skirts. It was like almost like a Western civilization. And then these freak Muslims want to take over. So about 50 years, the radicals about 50 years ago, is when the Shah was, we had to extract him from Iran because there was a coup. And ever since then, hostages were taken. Jimmy Carter was the president at that time. That piece of shit wouldn't even go in and get the hostages out of there. Seriously.
Yeah. Oh no, I believe me. You ain't telling me none. I don't know. I didn't pay attention too much when I was younger though, because I didn't care.
Yeah,
but now right. I care.
And now I see it too. The reason I know is because we had a lot of these displaced families that came to the U.S. because they were Christians, not Muslims, and they fled to the U.S. to get asylum out, and they were integrated into our high schools and our schools and stuff like that. And so, we lived through this, and they had family members being beheaded, jailed. If you didn't follow the Quran and the Muslim way and all that kind of stuff, you were beheaded. And they had family members that were being killed left and right.
Man, they're lucky. That's the smallest thing on us that they could do is behead us. The rest of us would have to have 5 friends help and pull us away.
So that little bit of background. I know you want to get into what's going on right now.
No, I like hearing about history a little bit. I do.
That's why we're at where we're at. And it's finally we got a president and an administration that said enough is enough.
They're blocking it, and China and Russia don't like it. But hey, I don't know if we're on the edge of World War III. They keep saying it's coming.
That's the fear mongers out there.
But the difference is, here's the difference right here, Tim. There's Biden's military, and there's Trump's military. Which one? Let us know. We want to know which one would you want fighting for us? Let's be honest. I think it's the bottom one. And
if it's any of your liberal friends that watch the show, I understand.
I don't think they watch.
Yeah,
only smart people watch our show.
I like it. But yeah, you got some of your liberal friends out there. They're not gonna like that. They like Biden's military.
Yeah, which one do you want fighting for you? The one in the blue dress, the yellow dress, or the red dress, or the brown dress? Which one?
Exactly.
I don't want none of them fighting for us. You know what I want? I want it to get over with. I want it to end. It's unsettling a little bit. It makes you nervous a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because hey, we got kids. You got kids. I don't want nothing to happen, but I do want gas prices to go down. And Biden, Biden, yeah. Trump, if you're watching this, all we really want is gas prices and food prices to go down.
Yeah.
They say it's not your fault. I don't think it is neither, but somebody's got to bring it down.
Yeah, it definitely does, and it will come down.
I'm feeling like I'm losing weight a little bit.
But you may feel that way, but you don't look that way.
All right, good. So we'll keep the show. We'll keep the show right then. Fat. All right.
Yeah. You
I don't want to go one fat guy in a guy losing weight show. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine.
I'll keep eating.
But the thing is that in this show, and we have our platform, we have our microphone, and here's the thing. I'm going to equate it to this, something you can understand.
Okay.
That everybody can understand out there. You live in a house for 25, 30, 35 years. You accumulate so much stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then one day you say, hey, we got to go clean out the garage, or we got to go do this with the house. And what happens? You got years and years and years of stuff to go through. It's not a weekend job. You're looking at months.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's where we're at with Iran. After all these different presidents, first of all, it started with the Clintons, those pieces of shits. Then you went into Obama, another POS, and then Biden, another POS, just funneling money and releasing money and funds to Iran.
I think those days are over.
Yeah, and now we're here, where Iran is the type of people that they are going to say, if they get nuclear weapons, they're blowing up the West.
They don't
no
like
ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, they don't like us. And if you guys think they like us, and you think Trump's just flexing his muscles, hey, the last 4 presidents have talked about doing this.
Yeah,
they talked about how bad Iran is. They needed to stop Iran. Blah blah blah. If they're not giving them, Biden was giving them billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So was Obama. Yeah. But you now you got somebody with some balls that's actually doing it.
Yeah.
No. Don't get mad at him. Don't hate him.
No, 100%.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
And this brings us to this. So Iran was trying to mess with us. This is where the oil goes, in and out.
Strait of
Hormuz. Hamas, whatever you want to call it. And so they were blocking oil tankers and stuff like that. And the United States went in and said, okay, block this, mother effers. you know.
Oh,
And-
motherfuckers! You might just say.
Yeah,
That's right. He has a filter still. I don't. Sorry.
I did mean to say that.
All right.
And they say, now try to do something. You know what? And I'm all for it.
I'm for it too, but let's end it quicker than let's not let it drag on. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
I think
but
everybody out here would agree with that.
no, 100%. I don't like spending $60 or $65 on a half a tank of gas. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like seeing that the daily groceries go up. Now again, Trump took
Especially
over,
us.
all that stuff went down.
I mean, a skinny person doesn't feel it, but we're feeling it, Tim.
Oh.
I went to Costco yesterday, spent $400. I came home. I got enough to eat for just maybe a
A
month
week.
or two.
A month or two. I'm more like a week.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to be not let them know, really. Yeah, I'll be back there again in a week.
Yeah, shoot, $400 at Costco is 3 day.
The lady in front of me, her bill was like $69, and I went ding 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 ding. She was looking at me. I go, "You win. You're the only person I ever knew that got out of under $100."
I know, right?
At Costco, my God. But yeah, I mean, it prices everything. It's got to change, and hopefully, this blocking this and making them pay us. Let's make some money.
But see, if it was totally the war, here's the thing. Why is gas $8 in California, $5 in Nevada, which we border California, and we have some of the piece of shit transplant, people in office
Trying to get it here, I guess, is the problem, and the taxes from the casinos.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But or in Kentucky, where it's still $3 a gallon.
I love when they say the national average, and it ain't nowhere near what we're paying.
Well, yeah, we're out west here, and again, so. But here's the thing: if it was just because of this war, why is it still so spread out as far as dollar amounts, based upon coming across the country? And I'll tell you why. It's what the states put in as their taxes, and this is the state stuff. It's not the war, and it's not Trump. It's what the state's doing to their people.
Well, they need to fix something, and hopefully this is doing it right here.
Yeah, I kind of like this. So tell us what you think about this, about the war and stuff, because this is not just
it affects you, us, everybody. So we
yeah.
comment on this, please leave us a comment and let us know.
Yeah,
if you're against us, you're with us, whatever. We want to hear it all.
Oh yeah, if you're a libtard, go ahead. Please put something in the comments.
Tim's itching to talk to you.
100%. I'll respond to every comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, because that's what we do.
Folks, hey, let's end this with God bless America. God bless everybody.
Yeah, and like I always say,
oh boy,
yep, be a donut in a room full of lettuce. And
bye.
We're out.
1, 2, 3, 2 fat guys in a microphone. 2 fat guys in a microphone. 2 fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.